Most of the electric cookers that we use in the kitchen have a lot of current that they draw from the electric circuit to which they are connected. You will find that they have two hot plates on the top, and they also have an oven. In this oven, there are coils or heating elements that also draw a lot of power. Assuming that these two parts that heat are connected at the same time or are in use at the same time, it means that this electric cooker will be drawing a lot of current. Therefore, connecting it requires a bit of technical know-how. While other electric cookers come with a top plug, a good electric cooker, which draws a lot of current, comes with a cable that does not have that top plug attached to it, and therefore you have to connect it in the wiring in the house. Let me show you how. In a house wiring where you use a consumer unit such as this one, the wires flow from the MCB and also at the neutral bar or the neutral bus bar. The earth connection is very important for this type of circuit because the cooker itself is mainly metallic. It flows all the way to this, the cooker unit. We have that socket and the DP gang there, and it flows all the way to this cooker connector. So when it comes to the MCB of this cooker, we select a 32 ampere MCB, and we have ensured that we tighten it. And then we have connected on the neutral to feed our cooker. And also at this point, we also have the earth connection right there. It will go all the way down here to these twin batteries so that we can have our cooker unit or our cooker socket here. So this cooker socket has these two important features, this section and this section. If we turn it, we have this connection. So we will connect our incoming at this point, the L for face or line, and the neutral, which is indicated N. And so our socket will already be fed through this switch. But this heavy gun will now switch all the way to the output at this point. The output here will be connected through these cables and going all the way down to this cooker connector at this particular point. So I'm going to wire this cooker unit and then show you how the distribution flows. Taking this as our consumer unit, we have power distributed all the way from this section to this section. Now I'll start with the consumer unit. These are MCBs, miniature circuit breakers, supplied with the phase connection at the top. Now this first one is an MCB. We will have it as a 32 ampere MCB. So it will allow up to 32 amperes. Anything that is above that, could it be due to a short circuit or an overcurrent, it will trip, saving that circuit from issues. At the CU or at the consumer unit, we also have a very important connection, that is the neutral. So the neutral is definitely looped at the neutral bar. And we also have another connection that is also very important when it comes to the cooker, which is the earth connection. This earth connection is connected to the earth bar, where this earth bar is also connected to the entire earthing system or the earthing network, whereby in case there is any excessive charges through this cable, it will be dissipated to the earth bar, and the earth bar will definitely redirect the excessive charges to the ground. Now from there we go all the way to this point that I would like to elaborate, that a 6.0 mm or the cross-sectional area is very important for this type of connection. If you have to go low, you will go up to 4.0, but not less than that. The reason is because this cooker is a load that draws a lot of current due to the connection or the nature of the load. We have the coil or the heating element, and we normally also have that hot plate on the cooker and that means that it is a load that in case all of those are activated, this cable, if it is a smaller one, it will overheat. When we get to the cooker unit, things get very, very interesting. We have a socket provision here, and we also have this heavy gang. Now, this socket is reserved for very light kitchen appliances such as a blender or a toaster, no? And it is normally activated by this 13 amp switch. So it only operates on this socket. But for this gang, it activates the cooker connector. Now, from the cooker unit, there is this connection that proceeds all the way down here to the cooker connector. This cooker connector is fed from this cooker unit. This cooker connector is activated by this heavy gang that is on this cooker unit. Very important to note that you should not plug in your cooker at this point. And even if you did and switch this switch on or this heavy gang, this is a DP switch or a double pole switch. It switches both the neutral as well as the phase. And once it is put on or off, it is activating this line or this connection to the cooker connector. At this point, we have our cables all the way from the cooker unit, and this is what we have at the cooker connector. Using this cooker connector, what we need to do is to definitely get rid of this part. So that is what we have. And then because it is labeled, this is neutral, earth, as you can see the earth connection or the earth labeling, neutral, earth, indicated by that diagrammatic representation. And then we have the line or the phase connection. Yellow as the earthing, and then red as the phase. So it will go through here, then I will have to connect the ferrules because it is a multi-stranded cable. It all the way in. Green, which is connecting the earth connection. Again, it is important for you to follow your country codes as well as test the cooker itself so that you can know which connection goes to what. Then for this one, I will use black. Simply have my ferrule go all the way in. Then using my crimping tool, that is what we have, as well as for the line. Then I will cut the excess wires. Our cooker cable is now ready, the ferrules tightly done. Now it is time for us to connect our cooker at the cooker connector. Starting with the neutral, fit it right there, the earth connection as well as the phase. Having done with the connection, now it is time to cover the whole connection for safety reasons. As you can see, this switch definitely activating that socket, and then this other DP switch as indicated is activating the cooker. So our cooker is on, supplying all the way through this cooker connector.